What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Krayonn Rocket Podcast. So we're going to talk about a few different topics today. Hopefully y'all been enjoying the podcast and just the platform and just the format and everything that we been doing. I hope that you enjoy it. Definitely putting in the work on it, trying to make it entertaining, trying to make it educational, just trying to put out content. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it. I am seeing the subs go up, so I do appreciate all you new subscribers. I really do. You probably hear that from your favorite YouTubers. But I really do. My whole goal is to build a community. I ain't trying to get famous. I ain't trying to become huge. I'm just trying to create a community. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one, into the first video actually. So the feds arrest hundreds, seize drugs in Operation Washout Roswell. Let's go ahead and jump into this.
Crime in New Mexico continues to be a growing problem. Today, federal and local law enforcement announced the results of an operation in southeast New Mexico that led to the arrests of 100 suspected criminals. News 13's Corey King had
100 criminals, bro. Arrested 100 people. Dang.
more on Operation Washout in Roswell.
A lot of that is drug smuggling. A lot of those drugs end up here and they end up on the streets in these communities. We have an obligation to help.
The U.S. Marshal's Office, the DEA, and local law enforcement agencies made 100 arrests in a week. They targeted violent crimes in a drug organization in Roswell.
October 2019, along with our law enforcement partners, we initiated an investigation into a drug trafficking organization operating here in Roswell. They were trafficking in very large amounts of methamphetamine.
The arrest?
Man, 100 people with a lot of meth. Bruh, that is crazy. It really is. But you know what? I mean, the fact that they busted them is pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive to me.
This week was the accumulation of a year-long investigation.
Okay, year-long.
People were arrested a part of the same drug ring on a 66-count indictment. Authorities confiscated weapons, drugs, and money in the raids. A Roman Reyes Mesa, who is still on the loose and wanted for conspiracy to traffic methamphetamines. That's why 5th Judicial District Attorney said the operation happened in the right place.
Obviously, you all already know Chaves County is the most violent for crime of the 3 counties in the 5th Judicial District.
The DA's office, the Chaves County and Lee County sheriffs, and the Roswell police chief all expressed the importance to have the federal agencies involved.
So what we have to do to make sure these people don't continue to act and degrade the community here and our quality of life is we bring in our federal partners.
The special agent in charge of the DEA El Paso division said operations like this will happen more frequently.
We'll do a few operations a year. We'll look at some of probably the biggest problems or biggest threats in the area, and we'll go after those. But then afterwards, we're gone. But not this time.
In addition, the DEA seized 120 pounds of methamphetamines worth over $1 million.
Dang, 120 pounds of meth worth $1 million. $1 million, bro. That was a drug bust.
We made over 100 arrests this week and seized 17 firearms. Also seized about 6,000 grams of narcotics, including heroin, meth, and marijuana.
Corey King, KRQ News 13.
Federal officials say Ramon Reyes Mesa may have already fled to Mexico. They're asking anyone who knows where he is.
Dang. Imagine that. Just imagine that. You think you're getting away with this, bro. You have 120 pounds of meth. Bro. 120 pounds of meth worth $1 million. Drug bust. You think, man, they already did their operations. They ain't coming in again. They ain't gonna do it. It's done. It's clean. It's done. They gone. We good. And then they bust you, bro. Then they bust you. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine you thinking, man, shoot, I'll be smuggling all these drugs. I'll be doing all these. I'll be making money. And then they bust you. They bust you, bro. Dude is probably already in Mexico, right? He's probably already over there. Probably already doing his thing over there. He probably already has drugs over there. That's probably where he'd be smuggling it from anyway, right? I mean, thing is, dude probably gone. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna probably find the dude and turn him in. You never know, but I'm pretty sure the dude's already gone. He already in Mexico. He probably already making money over there. I mean, or he's probably already somewhere else already still making money somehow. Bro, like, but that's crazy though. Big drug bust. Man, big drug bust. 120 pounds, bro, of meth. Man, $1 million, worth $1 million. Man, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, 120 pounds, that's a lot. Big drug bust, bro. Big. Like, huge. But man, you got busted, you... I mean, until you arrest the dude, I mean, even if you arrest the dude, he's probably still making all kinds of money off of all this stuff, bro. I mean, these dudes, like, this is their life. They know what they're doing, right? They know what they're doing. They have backup plans, bro. And if it ain't him, the next one's gonna be up there doing his thing, right? We already know how that works. So we're gonna jump into the next video. New report details what is needed for Gateway Center homeless shelter. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into that one. Let's go.
After UNM shot down the mayor's plans to build a new homeless shelter on their property, his administration has been trying to figure out a backup plan. Now a new report is shedding light on what could be on the horizon. News 13's Stephanie Chavez is live at City Hall with a look. Stephanie.
The report breaks down everything the Homeless Coordinating Council thinks is necessary to move forward with the Gateway Center. But one key question remains unanswered. Where will it go?
We're still looking at the former Loveless Hospital on Gibson as one potential option, as well as a location north of downtown. So we are still exploring those two options.
The report also says they'd like to see public bathrooms in the area where the shelter is located, a possible young adult facility, and addressing ways to increase affordable housing using the $14 million voters approved for the Gateway Center last November. They also suggest providing economic relief to businesses and residents within a 1 mile of the shelter. The Family and Community Services Department says this is a step in the right direction.
It sets a really clear roadmap for the high impact strategies that will have an impact on homelessness in our community.
Along with the report, the city also wants community feedback. They've launched a new survey with 8 questions, asking if people are satisfied with the report and the direction things are headed. Now they're asking people to respond to that survey by the end of November. We've posted a link to the survey and the report at alwaysonkrqe.com. Back to you.
Okay. Okay. Definitely. I'm glad that they're trying to find a place for the new homeless shelter. I really am. That's really good. And I really hope that people give their feedback to that survey before the end of November, right? We still got another week. So hopefully, because I mean, this is our community. These are our people, right? I want it to be something good for them, right? But the thing is, I think even I understand building the homeless shelter, but there's so many other things, right? Do we do the same thing that you did with the West Side homeless shelter? Where, you know what? I'm going to say it. I didn't go there, though, to go and disinfect after a COVID outbreak. But one of my coworkers did. He said people weren't wearing masks. They weren't really on top of being clean or just hygiene or anything like that. Was very poor. So if you think about that, it's like Like, I feel like you need to have a good staff, a good leader, or director, whatever, right? That's going to run the place and make sure it's good. Because, I mean, if you're going to have a homeless shelter, especially now with the whole pandemic, I ain't saying it's wrong or anything like that, but you really need to be on top of your game, especially when it comes to cleanliness and hygiene and all this, right? You don't want an outbreak. Like, homeless people already don't got good hygiene because they be living on the streets, right? They're already struggling in that aspect. So if you ain't going to implement that in the homeless shelter, then you are doing them a disservice. You are being very disrespectful, right? You are putting no care about life of these other human beings, right? And maybe you're like, yo, bro, like, calm down a little bit. But it's true. Like, if you're gonna be working at the homeless shelter, shouldn't you kind of care a little bit, like, to a certain extent? Like, put their needs before yours. Like, I understand you probably don't want to wear the mask. Sometimes none of us want to wear the mask, but at least be courteous, bro. Like, you working there. If you ain't want to wear a mask, don't work there. That is the thing, bro. Like, I understand people don't want to. I'm gaining a whole rant about the mask thing, but I'm just saying, like, with this homeless shelter, like, I want it to be ran good. I want the director and the leader and the staff and everything to be doing their best to the utmost best, right? Like, if they ask me to work at the homeless shelter to be the custodian, they're like, shoot, I'm all for it. Like, you know, I'm all for it. But, like, I'm all for it, but I want them to put in the work, right? Be a leader, like, show them hygiene is important. But if you are going to slack in that, especially now in the pandemic with everything going on, you're doing them a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice, doing your city a disservice. And you, like, come on. Like, it should not be that hard, y'all. It should not be that hard. So that is my kind of takeaway with this whole thing, is like, I want them to be able to lead it and run it way better than the other ones, because, like, we're already seeing it, right? We're seeing it, and we're like, man, you guys dropped the ball on that one. Are you guys gonna drop the ball on this one? I don't know, right? So that's kind of my takeaway on it. But the next one, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central New Mexico in need of female mentors. So let's go ahead and jump into this one.
Welcome back. Becoming part of the solution. 2020 is an important year for women across the United States.
Has nothing to do with this. One thing about me, I don't know why, I notice the most random things about people in movies or TV shows. We were watching a TV show and I was like, dang, that girl have an alien head. And I know, rude, very rude. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that's spray painted hairline there, or that's just like extra hair that's just like casting a shadow type thing. But I'm just saying, it looks really weird, bro. Just putting it out there.
As we celebrate the centennial of the 19th Amendment, which was the first step in allowing all women to vote. And that's why Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central New Mexico launched their Women Mentoring Women campaign. Crystal spoke with Advancement Coordinator Adriana Law about why this campaign is so important, especially at a time like now.
Joining us this morning, we have Adriana Law with Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central New Mexico. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I'm really excited about this interview because we're talking about a great program that helps children within our community. This time around, though, you guys have a special campaign going. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we are recruiting 100 women in the Albuquerque area from different intersectionalities to become Big Sisters in our program. And we're also recruiting 30 women in Farmington and 30 women in Alamogordo, which are our satellite locations.
Tell me why this campaign is so important. Why are you reaching out to women?
So 2020 is the centennial of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. And we really want the girls in our program to have strong female leadership. And we thought, what a better way to leverage the strength of this year and the climate to say, become a mentor, change your neighborhood, and change somebody's life.
So before we started this interview, what I thought was interesting is that you mentioned you're looking for a wide variety of women. And what exactly do you mean when you say that?
We're looking for women from every walk of life. You don't have to have a PhD or a master's. You don't have to look or act a certain way. We're looking for women from the LGBTQ population. We're looking for women from different racial backgrounds, especially looking for women who are bilingual. Very important for some of our youth.
Oh, okay. You know what? We won't watch the whole thing. But I do want to say that's important, right? I've always wanted to do Big Brothers, Big Sisters thing. Just never actually got around to doing it or anything like that. But man, if you are a female, if you want to jump on this, right, and do something big, do something impactful, and be a mentor to a young lady, to a little girl, and shape them and help mold them into the woman that they are destined to be, right? If you want to be a mentor, you want to take them under your wing, you want to help them. I think this is a big opportunity that any of you should definitely jump on, right? I think it's really important. If this was a call to men to do this, I would be signing up right away, right? This is important. This is very important because the empowerment of our youth should be number one, right? The importance of our youth should be number one. Think about that. Like, you have an opportunity. Ladies, look. Linda, listen, right? Look, this is an important matter. It really is. I'm not trying to joke around or anything like that. Think about when you were little. Did you have a role model? Did you have a mentor? Probably, maybe you had a role model. Not many of us had mentors when we were little. Maybe some of us were blessed in that way, right? But think about it. Would you have loved having a mentor? Do you think it would shape you, even more now than you already are? If you would have had a mentor, just think about it. Right? I think it would be so important, so big, so amazing for you women, for you ladies, you females to go and be that mentor that these girls need. Right? I work at these community centers. I see the youth. Some of them I could see they're all being kids, they're all enjoying their life as kids, right? But I see some of them, and some of them I do see that they got a vision, right? I see that they got big personalities and they ask the big questions. They know they're prepared. They're like preparing themselves for a great future, right? But to those that don't have that, or even those that do have it but they just don't, they may never capitalize on it. Think about those girls that you could do wonders for, right? Think about that. That's important. Very, very important. So this is a call to arms for you ladies. Do it. Like, that's an opportunity, right? That's an opportunity to be a mentor and do something big, especially for the little girls. Think about it. If you could shape them into being even better women when they're older, if you empower them now, think about the future. Think about how important that's going to be in the future. Just think about it. I think it's a really big deal, right? I think it really is. And I hope y'all are thinking the same, right? I hope that you are like, man, know what? That's true, right? Like, It's true. You could be empowering them right now, doing their thing, being a beacon of hope in their life, right? That would be amazing. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Local artist completes mural at Cottonwood Mall. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into, let's see, bro.
The Cottonwood Mall got a new splash of color recently. Over the weekend, Albuquerque artist Nazario Sandoval finished up this more than 3,000 square foot mural. You can find it at the main entrance of the shopping center. It all began last month as part of an effort
That's nice.
canvas project.
Okay. You know what? That's really cool. I like that. Very colorful, very beautiful. Really, really amazing. I like what he did there, right? See, I love artists like that. I love art because it just brings out a certain emotion from you that you just can't deny, right? It's very powerful. I like it. I like the emotion and the joy and the feeling that you get from their artwork, from their work of art, right? It's amazing. Dude, I applaud you. That was very beautiful. I liked it. Really, really cool. I love all the local artists. I love what they do, right? I do. It's amazing. So, man, y'all, if you driving by Cottonwood, I'm definitely going to check it and just see how it looks in person, because you know what? That's dope. That's dope. So shout out to the artists. Y'all, if you're around Cottonwood, go check it out, man. If you're around Cottonwood Mall, go check it out. Support the dude. Take a picture there. And we'll do a little photo shoot there. Get your selfie game up, right? Do it and then, you know, be like Albuquerque Mural or something, or Cottonwood Mall Mural. And then if the dude sees it, he's like, oh man, people appreciate my artwork. Show him your appreciation, y'all. Show him your appreciation. I promise you, he will definitely enjoy that, right? He will enjoy it, I promise you. I promise you. So, we're going to jump into the next one if my mouse decides to work or not. But yeah, we're going to jump into the next one. This one, New Mexico restaurants go viral on TikTok. What could this be?
Welcome back. Some restaurants in New Mexico are going viral thanks to a local TikToker. News 13's
Ooh, a local TikToker. Okay. Jazz Kingery. Okay.
Come with me to check out La Finca Bowls in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Jasmine Kingery loves everything New Mexico, especially the food.
There is an awesome food scene in New Mexico, and most people might not know that.
Foodies on TikTok highlight unique restaurants in their state, and Kingery is making sure people know what New Mexican food is all about.
Ooh,
I really want
that's
to
nice.
showcase how awesome those local places are, because of course there's like the franchises and the corporate restaurants you can go to, but there's nothing like a mom and pop shop.
Restaurants like Wildcat's Den, La Finca in Albuquerque, and on the bigger scale, the variety at Sawmill Market.
And I just had somebody comment on one of my videos yesterday that was that, when you share one of these restaurants, we all go attack it, we all go try it.
Kingery's creative clips are helping these struggling businesses make some extra cash.
And I know that chili chicken for sure, when they when that video got posted, within 2 days they had to shut down for a couple days because they ran out of food.
Keeping the focus on small businesses that deserve to be kept around.
It's easy to just say let's go to McDonald's or something, but it's
true.
It's more meaningful and worthwhile to try somewhere local that they really put their heart into it.
With her newfound fame, she's proving New Mexico is something special. Madison Connor, KRQE, News 13.
You know what? That's dope. I like that. You know what? Jazz Kingery. I applaud you, especially if it's helping their business, and if that place ran out of food because it got so busy because of your viral TikToks. That's awesome. That's amazing. Big ups to you. I really mean that. Man, y'all go check out Jazz Kingery on TikTok. Go check out those food reviews and those shout outs to these local restaurants. That's dope. I like that. Because I'm all about promoting all the local people, right? I'm big on trying to be like, yeah, man, I support you. that's the thing, is like, for me and my fiance, for our date nights, right, we want to support local. So that's kind of what we're doing, right? So I love that this TikTok star, right, is promoting local and it's helping out and she's going viral. Like, that's dope. That's dope. Jazz Kingery, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate that. That's really dope. I like that. You keep doing your thing. You keep going viral. Keep going viral, girl. You keep doing your thing. Keep helping those restaurants, right? You keep helping those restaurants. So, we're gonna kind of go into a little bit more serious topic on this one. New Mexico State Police officer shoots and kills suspect in Los Lunas. We're going to jump into this one. We're going to see what happened. This stuff happens in Albuquerque or in New Mexico so much.
A New Mexico State police officer shot and killed a suspect in Los Lunas this morning. Chief Robert Thornton says about 8:30 this morning, an officer conducted a traffic stop on Manzano Expressway when the suspect in a gray Chrysler kept driving and weaving into oncoming traffic. The officer deployed spike strips but called off the chase because of traffic and road conditions. A short time later, dispatch got calls of a man standing in the middle of Manzano trying to stop traffic. 2 state police officers tried to arrest the man, which led to the shots being fired.
The suspect resisted arrest and a physical altercation ensued. During the altercation, the male suspect grabbed one of the officer's firearm, and at that point, the state police officer fired at least 1 round from his department-issued firearm.
The suspect was taken to the hospital where he died. State police are not releasing the suspect's identity, but say he has a history of violent crimes. No officers were hurt.
Okay. I see what happened. I do appreciate that they said it was at least 1 shot, because one thing about some of the officers is a little trigger happy, right? Just a little trigger happy, and just they just kind of like let it spray. It's never good. But I mean, if the dude trying to stop traffic, you don't know what he's trying to do. He already has prior charges of being violent and stuff like that, and then he goes and gets in a tussle with the officers and tries to take the gun. You have to defend your life. You want to go home to your family, right? If this dude's going to try to go and take your gun and kill you, if he's already violent, if he already has those, assault charge or whatever it is, you already know his intentions ain't good at all. I mean, if he's resisting arrest, he's trying to steal your gun, like, what do you do in that part? I understand it. I understand what they had to do. I hope their intention wasn't to kill the dude. I don't know the intentions of their heart, so I cannot speak on that matter. But I could only hope, right? But, man, like, that is just crazy. Prayer to the dude's family. Once they release identity and everything like that, shoot, rest in peace, bro. No one should ever lose their life, but man, like, you shouldn't have tried to take the officer's gun, bro. You shouldn't have tried to take the officer's gun. That's not a good move. Like, I don't know your heart, bro. I don't know what goes on in your mind. I don't know your intentions, bro. But doing that is reckless, and you're going to get yourself killed. And look what happened. It happened, bro. You lost your life because of that decision. Like I said, man, I pray for your soul, bro. I pray for your soul, brother. I do. And I pray for your family. And I just hope that it wasn't ill intentions of the officers. I don't think so, but I just hope it wasn't, right? But man, yeah, bro, I just pray for you and your family, man. Pray for your soul, pray for your family. And you know what, man, this is just a warning to anybody. Like, try to think before you act. You don't want to lose your life over something so, petty or dumb or whatever, right? But yeah, man, we're going to jump into the next one. Valencia County Police still looking for leads in 2018 murder of a teen. Okay. Right. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens in New Mexico, bro, and teen violence and everything is high here too, bro.
Valencia County deputies are searching for any information that will lead to an arrest in the shooting death of an Albuquerque teen. In 2018, 16-year-old Vanessa Ordinance was at a party at the Rio Grande when she was shot and killed. Police now know there were about 100 people at the party, and some of those people took video of what led up to the shooting. Officers are asking anyone with information or video to come forward. You can also submit tips anonymously. Police said in August that they do have a person of interest in the case, but they have not made any arrests.
Man, you know what? For the ladies, family, and everything, I pray for y'all. I hope that the suspect that they do have, hopefully that is the person that did it. That way you guys could get closure. Man, losing a teen, losing your daughter, losing your child, like, it has to be painful, bro. And that's the thing, man. It's like, nobody be thinking no more. Everybody's just like, man, let me get mad, let me pull out, and then just let it low. Bro, no. Man, like, teen violence in New Mexico is high. Like, murder rate, yeah, all these things. Like, I see on the news, teens kill this person, teens do this, like, are y'all that bored? Or, like, what is going on with your mindset? Like, I was a teenager. I did not, or even know a lot of people that even thought that, like, at all, man, at all. But, man, so, I pray for our family. I hope that the suspect that y'all have, I hope the suspect that y'all got, man, I hope that y'all, get closure. I really do. Right? I really, really do. That's what I'm praying for. I hope y'all got I hope that y'all get closure on that, because that is so wrong. So wrong. But, man, we're going to finish up the video on the last topic. Albuquerque City Councilors introducing bill to further enforce public health order. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Albuquerque City Councilors want to crack down on people violating the public health order. News 13's Jamie Seymour is live from home this evening with a look at how. Jamie?
Dean, with the number of COVID cases continuing to spike, Albuquerque City Councilors Cynthia Borrego and Ike Benton are introducing new legislation to better allow city employees to enforce the public health order and crack down on those who refuse to comply.
For the people who don't feel like they can work with this, it puts another layer, basically, of enforcement.
The bill would put new wording into city ordinance, making it illegal to, quote, interfere or impede with enforcing the public health order. Borrego says this bill is inspired in part by the consistent violations they're seeing, like businesses exceeding occupancy limits, staying open past 10 p.m., and even people refusing to wear a mask in public. The councilor thinks the ordinance gives the city's public health order enforcement team another tool to be more aggressive in calling out people breaking the rules.
So if the police and fire or someone like that goes out and asks someone and they refuse, then they can impose a fine up to $500.
Borrego says if approved, the bill could also include penalties like up to 90 days in jail for refusing to comply with the public health order. The bill's co-sponsor, Councilor Ike Benton, tells us stronger enforcement is needed, and he has concerns about public health directives being ignored, so he hopes this added city ordinance on top of state law will make people take the orders more seriously. Borrego says counselors are also hoping to get more updates on a regular basis about.
Okay. Bill to enforce the health order. Okay, I definitely understand. I mean, as long as there's like warnings, right? As long as it's not like first interaction, boom, you get the $500 fine or you go to jail. That would be unfair, right? But if it is like a warning and stuff and people just ain't wanting to listen and stuff like that, I can understand. You got to enforce it in some type of way. I really do understand that. But it's like, I just hope that they don't abuse the power or abuse that. Because that would be like really, really terrible. And I would not like that. That would be abuse of power. But if they are forced to do it, if they have no other options and they just got to give the citation, they got to, or whatever, go for it. I mean, there's nothing you could do at that point besides, doing that. So I do support it. I just hope that they don't abuse it, right? I just hope that they don't abuse it because I do see people, they just don't care. Man. But yeah, so, as long as they don't abuse it, I don't like when people have too much power and they abuse it. That's all I can say about that. But, man, I hope that y'all enjoy the podcast. Wear your mask. You don't have to wear your mask while you're watching this. Unless you're around other people, then you probably got to wear your mask. If you're alone at home and just chilling, sipping on some tea, that's totally fine, man. But, like I said, I support it. Just don't abuse it. Just don't abuse the power. But I hope that y'all enjoyed another episode 5 of the rebranded podcast, which is the Crayon Rocket podcast. So I hope that y'all are doing good. And hopefully y'all have an amazing, beautiful Thanksgiving. Right? I will have my video out the week after with all my stuff too. So don't even worry. But y'all stay safe. Follow guidelines. Social distance, all of that. Try to lower the numbers, try to prevent cases. I don't think we could because it's a pandemic. It's going to happen. But follow the health orders, y'all. And I appreciate y'all. If y'all like what you see, if y'all like what you hear, sub right now. I appreciate y'all. Let's build this community. Until next time, stay sweet. And salute.